Welcome to Module 2, Time. This is where we redirect minutes towards your goal of starting your own business. Now, to recap, we began in Module 1 with fueling you up. Ready Entrepreneur wants to help you get to the starting line for launching your business. So in Module 1, we covered why you have business ideas in your head, what these ideas are trying to tell you, what you want to do with the ideas, fear versus confidence, the reasons for fear and how to get confidence, and challenging the reasons others give you for why you should not move forward with your business ideas, and making sure you are fueled to keep moving. And we hope you had a chance to download the Confidence Builder checklist where you mark the steps in your progress leading you to the launch day for your business. As we go into Module 2 about time, you may be thinking about a lack of time. You're like, let's move on. But first, remember this Chinese proverb. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. And that's where we are. We are right now, and you are going forward. So in Module 2, we are focused on time, and we are talking about time because so many entrepreneurs say they do not have enough time to start their business. But as you'll realize by the end of this module, the time is there. You just have to identify it. In this module, we will cover how to think about time, look at your day, get organized, break out activities leading to activities, and track your time. Now, if you already have enough time, all the time you need to dedicate to starting your business, you can go through this module and pick up a few new time-finding practices, or you can skip this module and move on to Module 3. Okay, and a couple of ground rules for the subject of time. At Ready Entrepreneur, we handle time differently than from most people, which is basically how we handle everything differently than it's normally done, or what other people consider to be normally done. We believe we have plenty of time, and we believe this because we approach the use of time systematically to maximize efficiency with every minute. Do not be alarmed that we're going to go around and you have to keep a timesheet and a clipboard and track every second. We at Ready Entrepreneur do not like that kind of busy work either. But the way we do this is straightforward. You'll be able to run the practices in your head, and before you know it, you will have the time you need for your business. So let me set the big picture because I'm a big picture person. We are going to help you with practices for finding time and later money in Module 3 that you need for your business. And we will find this time from the time you are using right now to do whatever it is you're doing. So I know you're thinking, I thought this was going to be the easy way. It sort of is and it sort of isn't, because there will be trade-offs. You will be giving up an activity, for example, an obvious one like movie night, and using the time to work on your business. Ready Entrepreneur is very much about realistic, tactical steps. We are not promising a magic formula to make money or a new physics dimension to transport you into the 28-hour day. So you have to understand and be committed to making changes in your life to find the time you need for your business. Okay, but when I say you need time, what is the time for? Well, mainly for business setup activities that you will be initially doing. That's what you need time for. The actual activities related to the creation of your business, like research, product testing, and administrative work. Now, whether that means you're creating a product or market testing your idea or stepping through the checklist we have for you in Module 8, the boring but critical admin stuff, when you say, and we say, that you need time to work on your business, that's what we mean, the time to do real, actual steps towards the creation of your business. After Module 4, you will already have identified the activities you need to do to set up your business, to make it a functioning entity. So you'll have a good estimate of the amount of time you need, and you should be able to just begin right away and be right into it. Now, when it comes to finding your time, we are taking the schedule, activities, and habits you already have and repurposing those events towards your business building goals. Your objective is to remember why you are doing this. Because you want to be an entrepreneur running your own business. Maybe you want to have control of your life or more money or work on your own terms. You want to achieve your entrepreneurial dreams, and you're going to find the time from your existing resources and redirect those minutes to your business. So let's get started. We're going to start with how to think about time. And I mean this literally, because I believe these big, juicy, scary concepts should be split down into manageable chunks of information. So we will think about time factually. I'm guessing you remember from school that there's a 24-hour clock for the day, and it is based on the rotation of the earth, right? So the concept is as natural as well as man-made understanding. That's the way the earth is going to rotate. We as people have decided to track this spinning world. You may also remember the months of the year are based on the revolution of the moon around the earth, and the year is based on the earth orbiting the sun. So time is real. It's a real thing. And humankind has determined time just by counting these rotations. We are counting the natural cosmic movements of Earth, Sun, and Moon to keep track of our own existence. The cosmic movements are real. The counting is our man-made contribution. Now, hang with me if you think this is going off on a tangent. I told you already, entrepreneur, we don't do things the way everybody else does. We want you to have a very clear idea in your mind about what is time. And we meant that literally. Each day, you have 24 hours. And each year, you have either 8,760 hours or 8,784 hours. This is the yearly time we have to work with to find your time to launch your business. Are you seeing already where we might be able to grab a few extra hours here and there from the nearly 9,000 we have available each year? Now, in general, we consider your two major life operating activities to be working and sleeping, sadly. So we are going to isolate those hours first. If you work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, for 52 weeks of the year, you are dedicating 2,080 hours to labor, formal labor, let's say. And those work hours are meaning formally employed or working at running your home, the stuff you just have to do. And in general, if you sleep 8 hours a day, 7 days a week for 52 weeks a year, that's 2,912 hours. So you see where we're going. Working and sleeping take up 4,992 hours, which means you have 3,768 hours left to do everything else. And you might have already realized that 3,768 hours is nearly half the year. In fact, it's 22 weeks, more than 5 months. And we want to make this point very clear, because if I told you I was going to give you 5 months straight to work on setting up your business, do you think you would get it done? Now, you might be thinking, okay, maybe I could get it done, but what about all the other activities I do throughout the year, like eating and exercising and playing with the kids and date night and walking the dog and housekeeping, groceries and the kids' extracurricular activities and studying and movie night and weddings and holidays? The list is so long it runs off the page. But even with all that, if I said you had 5 straight months to do all that stuff and launch your business, would you get it done? Well, you actually do have the 5 months. It's just not as clearly visible within your day. So we're going to find those 5 months scattered throughout the year and use that time as it would be used to launch your business. You are especially going to understand that you can do this when you figure out that it will not take 5 months to do the initial setup activities you need to get your business to the starting line. Now, word of caution. As an entrepreneur who's ready to launch a business, we are certain you recognize some adjustments will have to be made. You are looking to find time, and the time must come from activities you currently may really be enjoying. We are well aware people watch TV and videos at the same time nowadays, go out with friends, play online, read, commute, celebrate, worship, and so on. As you implement ready entrepreneur practices, you will have to consider prioritizing every activity that is not critical to your objectives. By that we mean you have to understand as an entrepreneur, for example, you're going to dedicate time to your business over the time spent socializing, which activity is helping you start your business. All of the partying you do with your friends is not critical to your business, unless your business is based on observing partying, which sounds interesting. So let us know if that's, your actual business idea. But in general, watching the latest popular show or going to a movie are not critical either. But going to the movie at least once a month may be critical to your relationship with your spouse, or celebrating a friend's wedding may be critical to your friendship. But not every event is critical. You also have to think about your attention to these events in terms of your timeline for your business. If you're planning to start your business within, say, 5 years, you can have a looser prioritization for leisure time and social events. But if you want to be up and running in 90 days, you have to have a much tougher schedule. And you have to be tough about holding to your schedule. Keep these parameters in mind as you set your plans. So, now you're saying, I can't believe I have 5 months of unscheduled time each year. I feel like I'm working and at least trying to sleep all day. Well, one of the great challenges we face is trying to figure out where our time goes. Attached to every activity we undertake, even sleep, there is likely a time-consuming ritual. You have to get ready, groom yourself before going to work. You have to drive or commute to every activity or event. You have to eat and find the time to purchase and prepare your food. You have to manage your bills and your taxes and even junk mail. Around the house, you have to look after the yard or shovel snow. Oh, and then there's the kids. If they are of an age where you have to do everything you do for yourself, meaning food, clothes, and grooming, for them, then you double your time. Oh, and of course there's the dog, which is the same story, right? Or the cat or the fish or any other breathing entity that you're taking care of. So the question is, how much of your time is spent leading up to these activities? And when you do the activities, how much of the time is actual activity and how much is busy work because the systems you have in place for getting things done are inefficient? Could one day of organization save you 1 hour of time each day for years ahead? That we'll find out in the next video. Okay, so far we've covered how to think about time and to look at your day. Time is a real construct, but you may have a lot more discretionary hours available to you than you originally thought. The key is to recognize how many hours are really taken by working and sleeping, which we consider the two major life operating activities, and then realize how much time you have for all of the other activities which you can directly manage. And remember, the resetting of your time is to get your business up and running. It's not forever. You still have to run the business once it's going forward, and you can manage that time much better when you're the boss. Understand time and manage your available hours. In the next video, we're going to cover understanding your day and how you use time for your activities and around your activities. We'll see you in the next video, Module 2, Video 2. In Video 1 of Module 2, Time, Redirecting Minutes Towards Your Goal, we covered how to think about time and to look at your day. And remember, we are looking for the time you need to start your business. And we wanted you to remember the big picture. Time is how humans count the rotations in the cosmic world, and using this counting, you may understand you have more time than you think. In general, you could have more than 5 months each year available for anything except working or sleeping, and you can do a lot with that time. Now, here in Video 2, we look at how you can identify the time and find the 5 months scattered throughout your year. We're going to cover your day. How does your schedule work, and where is time being used that can be repurposed? To start this practice, the first action is to critically look at your day. Now, this is a practice that you can choose to write down with old-fashioned pen and paper, or type it into your phone, or keep it in your head. The idea is you're going to literally or virtually note down every single activity you do, especially those rituals and habits you have when you are preparing to do something else. Okay, for this module and throughout the entire course, we're going to have a friend who's an avatar, who will be an example illustrating ready entrepreneur practices. And this will be especially helpful if you haven't thought of your business idea yet. This ready entrepreneur is named Ree. Get it? R-E for Ree. And Ree is a entrepreneur with some business ideas who's looking to identify time in the day to work on her business launch. So to start, we look at Ree's Workday morning ritual. And this might look a little familiar to some of you. Around 7 a.m., the alarm goes off and Ree hits snooze. And I envision that some of you are smiling already. Then around 7:15, she gets up and heads straight into grooming, getting dressed, cleaned up, and so on. Around 8, make and eat breakfast. 8:30, depart for work for a commute, which is about 45 minutes, which is also, sadly, the average commute. So let's stop there and look at Ree's use of time. Ree takes an extra 15 minutes for each of the following. First, to sleep. Now, is this sleep really needed, or is hitting snooze an old habit that has just not faded away? Then there's getting dressed, because Ree cannot decide what to wear each day. All that time is spent looking at clothes. And when it comes to breakfast, the kitchen's not organized. The food isn't in the same place every day. And then there's the commute, and the commute is what it is. And by the way, Ree is always rushing. So if those scattered extra 15 minutes that appear 3 times in the morning, from just the first 2 hours of the morning were consolidated, there would be 45 minutes a day, or 8 days worth of available time for the year. Now, this is just an illustration. You can pick apart the minutes if you want to, but the overall idea might sound familiar. Where does your time go? Does your time go into habits and rituals you have set up for yourself that do not maximize the use of time? You want to be aware of the activities you are actually engaged in as the day goes by, because you are looking for the minutes available to you each day to run your business. Now, this may sound like a tedious or even sad exercise, but we want to help you avoid saying you have no time to start a business. We are asking you to do a critical assessment of the time you are using now to find the time you want for your own lifestyle dream. We could spend 30 minutes every morning working on the business if the snooze button was not hit and all the work clothes were identified ahead of time and were set up and ready to go at the beginning of each week. Thinking ahead about the clothes you're planning to wear and having them organized and ready to go is a practice designed to save you time. Remember, we assume you will spend less time on the organization, say 30 minutes on a Sunday night, than is currently being spent throughout the week, which is 15 minutes each workday or an hour and a quarter for the week. So you are saving 45 minutes a week, which you can now use to work on your business activities. Another reason we think you'll compress the time is because hanging around the closet on a weekday morning and contemplating your clothes is a delay tactic, maybe because you really do not want to go to work. Whereas picking out your clothes just for fun and that's more like a leisure activity done in calm when you don't have to do it and there's no pressure, there's no specific amount of time that you have in the morning or something like that is driving the reason you're actually doing it. So you can be more efficient with the time and you can actually enjoy it while you're doing it as well. Now, what about breakfast? Are all the breakfast foods in the same place every day for easy accessibility, or are you scrambling, pun intended, each morning to find the food you want to eat? With these examples, we are asking you to critically look at exactly what you are doing each morning, each minute of your morning. And remember, you are doing this practice to find the time you want to work on setting up your own business. So all of that time that you're saving is not going to be idly used. You're going to actually put it to good work. Okay, so that's the morning. Let's look at the workday habits. And here again, we were referring to everyone with a workday, whether you go to a formal workplace or work at home or however you end up doing it. Okay, so first let's be honest. I know from working in government, small business, a large private partnership, and a big corporation, people put in a lot of hours, but they do not necessarily work each one of those hours. At a minimum, the average person has been granted, let's say, 2 15-minute breaks and 1 hour lunch every day. That's the formal amount of break time. So most people take that time to hang out with their colleagues and gossip. What do you think you should be doing with that time as a ready entrepreneur? I knew a guy at work who read a book a week. That was his goal, read a book a week. If you saw him on a break, you saw him reading a book. So as a ready entrepreneur, could you be reading books or websites or blogs or government small business information or listening to your favorite online course? Anything that is important to helping you establish your business. Or maybe you're afraid to stop socializing with your colleagues. I understand that too. Workday socializing may be critical to your job because people make promotion decisions based on who they know. Let's be honest, that's how it works. Or maybe you just want to pick up the latest gossip, so that's why you hang out with people every day at work. But if your work colleagues are going to a restaurant you've been to 100 times before to talk about subjects you're not really interested in, would the hour not be better spent working on your business? Also, you do not have to spend every free minute at work on your business. So here are 3 ideas to start to think about grasping some of that time and redirecting it. You can decide to set aside 1 break a day or even 1 day a week where you will not join your colleagues during free time, but will work at research or other activities for your business. Also, you can start slowly. Say, no thanks, not today, once at lunch with colleagues, and promise to join them next time. As long as you are carving out some additional time for your business, you're on your way because that's more time than you were using before, right? The key is we want you to say you have found time to work on starting your business. You could even tell your colleagues you're going to use the time for your business. Maybe one of them is also a ready entrepreneur who would like to share ideas. Slowly work these changes into your workday routine to avoid feeling deprived or that everything is too rushed or too mixed up all at the same time. Now, let's be clear. Some of you may not be comfortable doing what we'll call in air quotes personal business at work. And that's fine and that's totally appropriate. If your workplace is not the type of atmosphere where you can speak about your entrepreneurial plans, even on a scheduled break, do not bring up the subject. We don't want anyone getting into any trouble. But if you can better utilize the free time given to you in a workday, then I'd say take it because you want to be doing more than you were doing yesterday. All right, that's the workday and the morning. We've made it to the evening. And now we face the dreaded evening fatigue. Now the really hard part. How do you pick up and work on your business at the end of the workday when all you really want to do is watch a video and fall asleep? We know, we've all been there. How are your feelings at the end of the day? Zonked, drained, exhausted, weary, wiped out, we know. Evening fatigue is real. But at the same time, hate to say it, but those are crucial extra hours you could be using, especially after the dog is walked and the kids are in bed. So resist the urge to grab a glass of wine, grab your laptop instead, and spend time on your business. Again, if you have even a half hour in this time frame, use it now. It's more than you're doing already, right? Okay, remember always why you are doing this. You want to start a business and you realize you have to do the work, which includes trading off from your leisure activities. Giving up other activities gives you back time. All right, video 2. We have critically looked at your day and figured out where you might have time. So we're going to have to get organized. In the next video, we're going to cover getting you organized by breaking down the minutes of your day and redirecting the time towards your business. We'll focus on practices to organize, break out snippets of time, and track your time. See you in the next video, which will be Module 2, Video 3. In Video 2 of Module 2, Time, Redirecting Minutes Towards Your Goal, we covered your day, your schedule, and where all those minutes are hiding. Now here in Video 3, we're going to take the information we have learned and get organized. We'll cover getting you organized, breaking out activities leading to activities, find snippets of time, and tracking your time. You've been thinking about where your business-related minutes and hours can come from, and you're still not sure the time identified is realistic. This is the point where you can make habit changes in your day to ensure more time by removing redundancies and inefficiencies from your routine tasks. Here are 3 ideas for finding more time at home. So remember Ree, that's our Ready Entrepreneur avatar that we're going to follow to give you examples throughout the entire course. And remember Ree's morning, and we touched on the idea of where the breakfast food is located in the kitchen. Now, if you were like Ree and spend time every day scrambling for your breakfast, then think about reorganizing your kitchen and the way you access and prepare food. Take a couple of hours on the weekend and reset your cupboards, pantry, and fridge for work days versus other times. So this will remove the day-to-day decision-making from your consideration to let you focus on tasks that add value to your life, like setting up your business. Organizing your kitchen may sound like a horrible chore, but it's a couple of hours, one time, to save you several minutes every day over years. And you don't have to be fancy about it. Just come up with a system that removes the decision-making and contemplation from your daily routine habits. You don't want to be spending time scrambling around looking for items you use every day. Are you always looking for your keys, your wallet, your purse, your briefcase? This fix is simple. Set up a permanent location for these items and stick with it. Put your keys in their designated location each day, and your other everyday items as well. Do not spend time worrying about where these items are located. Set up the spot and it's done. How about, are you going out every day to buy coffee or any other sort of regular habit instead of making it at home or planning the activity at home? How long does that take? You may argue you have to have coffee to function, and that's fine. But is there a faster way to get that cup? Break routines that use time you want to have available for your business startup tasks. Any repeated daily activity should be done on a set framework that you do not even have to think about. Free yourself from the beginning by reducing the time you spend on low-value added tasks. And as a 4th suggestion for you, you might even want to consider outsourcing. Now, when we get to the do, buy, delegate practices in Module 5, we are going to cover paying someone else to do tasks that erode the value of your time. But you can make the same decision in your daily life. Some of us are raised to do everything ourselves, even the tasks we do badly, because we don't want to spend any money. We always want to save money. But think about the impact on your time. You may be taking twice as long to do the work and losing future income from your business. As a ready entrepreneur, you will know and understand that it's neither efficient nor practical to do all of your business tasks yourself. So how many of your household tasks can you also pay someone else to do? The most obvious are the traditionally outsourced household work. That's what comes to mind when you think about outsourcing household tasks. That's house cleaning and yard work. But now with online services, you can include grocery shopping and meal delivery and administrative activities through virtual assistants. Focus on the work you do best. Why take a trip to the store to buy odds and ends when you can place an order and have everything delivered to your door? The time spent driving, shopping, standing in line is the time you need for your business idea. And this is a habit you want to form in your mind. Every time you think, oh, I'm going to run out to the store and get something, maybe you can order it and have it delivered instead. In the next module, when we talk about money, you may find the money-saving practices can be used to pay for the time-saving practices. If it's worth your while to free up the hours, especially if you want to quickly start your business, then you should go ahead and hire someone to do the work you normally do. And remember, the outsourcing may be temporary while you push forward with your business startup. Of course, you may also be tempted to keep your extra help as you transition to running your business full-time. Now that you're getting organized and identifying where the time goes, you can start to break out the activities you're doing around other activities and identify the snippets of time to be redirected towards your business. What do we mean by activities leading to activities? The total amount of time spent on a scheduled activity is often much longer than the actual activity. It's like an American football game, which runs for over 3 hours but includes just 15 minutes when the ball is in play. In our daily lives, this activity for activities generally falls into 3 major categories: getting ready, getting there, and waiting. Let's start with getting ready. We've talked about the ritual of getting ready for work. For other activities, getting ready can be time spent which can vary from less than 5 minutes to 2 hours or more. It all depends on you. Your preparation time depends on the type of person you are and the events you're going to and other similar factors. Some people will not go anywhere until they look perfect, and others do not care. And getting ready is not just about you yourself personally. Some people run through household rituals before going out, like rechecking every door and window. Others have to get uncooperative children ready as part of getting themselves ready. So the time any one activity takes is extended by the getting ready time. If you find your preparation time is significant enough to prevent you from spending time on your business, and this is an activity you want to repurpose, you have a choice. Either cut the time for preparation or cut the number of events you are preparing for. Either way, remember your ultimate goal. You want time to launch your own business. Getting there is another challenge. Commuting can be a nightmare and a huge time drain. Depending on where you live, the daily commute could be hours of your day. To manage this, when looking at your day, add your commute time to your work hours. We're just going to have to call it lost time. Instead of 8 hours a day, your real day may be 10 or even 12 hours. So factor in the movement as unavoidable hours used. Now, if you commute by public transit or you're in a carpool, you have the advantage of being able to use the time to work on your business. So you may want to consider if you can commute by public transit even once or twice a week. Just do it to give yourself more time to work on business activities. But those who are driving solo, please keep your eyes forward, because recovering from an accident is not the way you want to spend your time. Okay, and then there's waiting. The ancient art of peacefully waiting takes on a new dimension in the digital world. Everyone is staring at their phone. As an entrepreneur, if you have to wait somewhere, you can be checking your email, following up on research, looking at similar products or other services in your business or industry. The idea is to stay committed to your ready entrepreneur plans at all times. When you see an opening like a long line at the airport or sitting in your doctor's office or at the DMV, you could use that gap if you have a few activities prepared to do on your phone. And if you're not using your phone, carry a notepad and pen and take notes wherever you are. Write down ideas about your business whenever you're waiting. You can break out snippets of time from getting ready, getting there, and waiting. Plus, we are sure you can identify other possibilities. The key, as always, is you are looking for time to work on your business. Okay, you've analyzed your day and thought about snippets of time. But how do you find this time in everything you do? By tracking what you're doing. Now, you do not have to create a spreadsheet for this, but always be honest about what is realistic for you and how you like to work. Use Ree's Workday as an example guide to the types of activities you may do and where there could be extra minutes available. Look at your socializing calendar and see if there are not 1 or 2 events that could be postponed for the days when you are a successful entrepreneur running your own schedule. We're not going to write a lot down here because we want you to have these ideas and practices in your head so they become habit. You should be constantly thinking about your business and identifying your time options. And the sooner you fill those options with business-related activities, the faster you will get your business to the starting line. All right, we've covered a lot in Module 2 on time, so let's summarize this video. Many entrepreneurs claim they do not have the time to work on launching their business. So this video focused on finding the time within the activities you do today and the resources at your disposal. We covered how to get organized, put all of the habit-related stuff together so you can find everything without thinking. Do mass work up front so you do not spend time on routine activities during the day. And consider outsourcing the activities you do not need to do yourself. Break out activities leading to activities and find snippets of time. Look at the major time takers, getting ready, getting there, and waiting, and utilize the available time in those spaces. Track your time, online, on paper, or in your head, it doesn't matter. Use the example from Reed's Workday worksheet, which is available at the end of this module, to help you see where time goes and how snippets can be broken out for your use. In summary, the Ready Entrepreneur Practice for Time asks you to critically examine the time you spend on activities each day. Look at the activities leading to activities. What do you habitually do leading up to and after an activity? And break out those snippets of time to use on your business. As you put the practices into place, keep repeating, I have the time to work on launching my own business. Understanding time and managing your available hours is about resetting how you think about time. And remember, these practices do not have to last forever. This is about getting you to the starting line to launch your business. Okay, we're moving on to Module 3, which is about money. In Module 3, Finding the Cash You Want to Get Started, we will discuss practices to avoid the other major limitation entrepreneurs claim is holding them back, money. So the module will cover what is money, where does money come from, where does money go, and tracking money to keep money on track. We'll see you in Module 3.